I've been wanting to make videos like this for a long time. So now, lately, I've been motivated to keep going with this endeavor. I was in the Marines for 4 years as a cook. I got a Navy Achievement Medal for baking on ship for 7 months. That was 2007. I was on the USS Kearsarge, 22nd Moo, hoorah. I have a lot of cookbooks, and I hope to run through all of them. And I'm just basically sharing all of the tasty recipes that I like to do all the time. This is one I haven't done in a while. It's a chocolate babka, and it is in Bread Illustrated from America's Test Kitchen. And I have made a lot of recipes out of this book, and I really like it, so I hope you do too. Let's cut into this thing. First, I need 2 egg yolks at room temperature. Got my ramekins handy. I'm cracking the egg over the ramekin, letting the egg white fall in while giving the egg yolk the old back and forth. I keep the egg whites separate because they have different purposes in life. One will be used in the chocolate filling, the other will be used to give the babka a shiny glaze. Next, I need 112 grams of milk at room temperature. Add 49 grams sugar. Add the 2 yolks and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract that I am going to forget here, but I'll get back to it. Give it a stir until the sugar is fully dissolved. Get your mixing bowl. Here is where I deviate from the recipe. You can use 280 grams of all-purpose flour, but I'm using 200 grams of King Arthur's all-purpose flour with 80 grams of fresh milled hard red wheat. Then 1.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast, half teaspoon of salt, and give it a quick mix. I like my dry ingredients blended nicely before adding the wet ingredients. And here is where I realize I forgot the vanilla. Shame on me. It's helpful to neurotically reread your recipe throughout the process. Bowl goes into the mixer, attach the dough hook, pay no attention to the wound on my hand. I was assaulted by my oven making pizza last night. Start mixing and add the milk mixture. This dough is going to look really wet. Just trust the process. My first few times making this, I kept thinking I screwed it up, but I didn't and the results were great. Mix for 2 minutes, increase to medium speed. Once 2 minutes is up, add your 8 tablespoons of room temperature butter over the course of 4 minutes. During this time, you might be like, really? This looks like batter. This can't be right. Well, it is. Trust the process. Now that the butter is fully incorporated, keep that mixer set to medium and mix another 10 to 12 minutes. We're turning this caterpillar into a butterfly. You'll know everything is working out when you see the dough clearing the pan. You've trusted the process, and here is your reward. This dough is soft and greasy, and it smells like donuts, which may be one of my top 10 favorite smells, up there with cut grass and campfires. I'm kneading this dough for just about 30 seconds, mostly just forming it into a tight ball, then putting the dough into a lightly greased bowl seam side down. This dough won't double in size, it'll puff up a little bit, but just let it rest at room temperature for about 2 hours. Toss in the fridge and let it rest overnight. It's the next morning. I slept great, I'm sure you were wondering. Let this dough sit at room temperature for at least 45 minutes, and at this time we will make the chocolate filling. This recipe calls for microwaving the chocolate and butter, but I prefer using a double boiler. I just hate microwaves. Add 56 grams of bittersweet chocolate, 56 grams of butter, and 3 tablespoons of Dutch processed cocoa powder. I'm using this Pyrex, hoping it doesn't break. Not sure it's made for this, but I'm just simmering the water to temper the chocolate slowly. Once melted and smooth and there's no lumps, add the 28 grams of confectioner sugar. Stir until combined. Also, I use Dutch processed cocoa powder. The recipe isn't specific. There is a huge difference between Dutch processed cocoa powder and plain non-Dutch processed cocoa powder. Dutch processed cocoa is processed to be less acidic, giving you a smooth, fudgy consistency. It's wonderful. Don't be ignorant about your cocoa. Give it a bit of a mix to let all that retained heat out. We want the mixture to be cool enough so we don't end up with scrambled eggs. Once cooled, add the egg white you patiently set aside. Beat it up until combined and looking glossy. Set aside 1 tablespoon of the filling to use for later. It's been 45 minutes, time to roll out the dough to 14 by 18 inches. The dough is still firm, but with enough persuasion, I think we can get it there. Put the dough on a lightly floured workspace, smack it around a little bit. Yeah, just smack it around a little bit. Baking just naturally helps you take aggression out. It's great, so don't worry about screwing it up, just smack it around a little bit. It'll get there. Applying a little flour and spreading it around helps a bit. Careful not to add too much flour though, don't want the dough to dry out. There, 14 by 18 inches. Using an offset spatula, spread the filling all around, leaving about a ½ inch at the end furthest from you. Now time to roll that fatty up, bruh. A little trickier than a cinnamon roll because the filling is wet, but once you get it going, it's a pretty smooth process. Make sure it's about 18 inches long. Grease up a 4 by 8 inch bread pan. Now seam side up, spread the reserved tablespoon of filling over the dough. Fold it in half, give it a twist, and let it proof loosely covered in the greased bread pan for about 2 hours. After 2 hours, beat your last egg white with a pinch of salt and glaze that dough. This will make sure she's all shiny coming out of the oven. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 to 45 minutes. And here she is. Let rest in the pan for 20 minutes, then turn it out onto a cooling rack. Just want to spin this baby around to show her off. Let rest 3 more hours before slicing. I'm going to slice on this cooling rack, which is wrong, and I was not thinking when I did this. Oh, it slides right through. Woo. All right. I'm slicing me off a piece. You want a piece? Go for it, grab it if you want it. It's messy. Oh. Yum! Totally worth the effort. It's so decadent and soft and all the layers. Try the Babka. Bread Illustrated. Awesome cookbook. Look at that. I love the designs. So many layers. Let's go with cream cheese. You can do any filling really. Like, I did chocolate because, well, that's what the recipe did. But you could do cinnamon. I believe there was a Seinfeld episode where there was a disagreement over what the, I don't know. I don't watch the episode. Anyway, make this. It's really good. And the whole grain, oh man, it's like crunchy. There's little crunchy bits in there from the red flour, and it's just so soft and decadent. There's a stick of butter in here, so it better be decadent. But, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to share this with too many other people. Well, thanks for watching. Or, I'm about to show you how to make it. I don't know, I haven't figured out how I'm going to